you, Jess H, for editing this video. It has been a while since I last played this game, Project Eden's Garden. I played on my YouTube channel a while ago, went through the whole prologue, and Chapter 1 came out yesterday, so I thought, why not start today? And by the way, I'm recording this on the 21st of December, so yeah, just putting it out there. I've already stumbled upon some videos about the gameplay of this chapter, but I've yet to watch those because I do not want any spoilers coming my way. And I already know a glimpse of what Chapter 1 is going to be about. I saw an early clip from Weeby News channel, so shout out to her. If you're ever looking for some Danganronpa content, do check her out. She's pretty good on that. And also High School Level Blaze, although his channel doesn't really have a teaser on Chapter 1 of this game. So regardless, we're gonna get back to our first slot, which, oh, we can select a chapter. That's interesting. Can I do a new game? No, we're not doing that. Why did I do that? Can I leave this? How did I mess this up already? Alright, let's get back to where we were at. Excuse me a moment. Can I just do a new game? And I'll do chapter select. We're gonna go into chapter 1, Beneath the Veil of Hypocrisy. I'd like to start from the very beginning, please. I'm gonna do normal and normal because why not? I don't see why I should not do normal, so therefore I'm gonna do normal. So let's see how this one goes. And if you're enjoying this video already, oh, I remember this cutscene. I remember seeing this in the trailer of Chapter 1. I probably should have posted a reaction to it, but I didn't really have a lot to say for that chapter. Ooh, the Tozu mask, the Tozu statue. Opening, directed, and produced by Andrew Moores and Stephen Wong. I think that's what it said. Main theme composed by Robbie Good. Yep, we got the good old Tozu mask. Oh, we have a chemistry lab. We have a library. Is this an alchemist lab? We have maybe a hospital or some kind of nurse's office. We have exit. And we have Damon Maitsu in the very center, voiced by Carlito Lopez, and then we have Eva, I didn't even get to read that, Desmond Hall, and then, okay, this is a pretty cool way of introducing the characters. We have Toshiko Kaiura, we have Winona, all the characters here are represented by animals, okay. And Wolfgang Akire. Yep, we got all the characters. And there's an apple. And it's given to Damon. We got Kai Montiago, Jet Dawson, Ingrid Grimwald, Grace Madison. Okay, this is a pretty cool introduction now. Alright. So let's see what this game has to offer in terms of Chapter 1. Seems like there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. And fireworks in the trial room. And we got Tozu, the host of the killing game, and we got Mara, who is like the assistant for Tozu. There was a lot of stuff I wanted to say that I forgot to bring up a few minutes ago, but I'll get to that later. And we got all the characters, so... Ooh, alright. Project Eden's Garden. Let's see what Chapter 1 has to offer for us. This is gonna be pretty interesting. Yep. Chapter 1, Beneath the Veil of Hypocrisy. It feels like a movie intro. It feels so high quality, which is amazing. So this is good. This is getting me excited for it. And also, I've seen some opinions on some of the characters. Like with Damon, I'm just not a huge fan of him. Some people like Damon because of his actions. I don't personally. And there are some people who do not like Wolfgang. And there was this YouTuber who assumed that he'd be a victim because he did not like Wolfgang. I'm not sure what most people think of Wolfgang, but I think he's a little on the extreme end, if you know what I mean. I'm just gonna keep it neutral because that's usually how I am. And now for the first victim, some people think it's Kai Montiago because he seems weak and timid, cowardly, so maybe he's just gonna be the first victim, but somehow I feel as if he's gonna be the first killer because he was afraid. He seems like the type who wants to escape the killing game first, so maybe he's gonna be the first killer. Now for the first victim, I saw some people thinking that it was Toshiko Kaiura, which does make me a little bit nervous because if it is, then that's a bit of a disappointment. And I say this because we don't know much about her character and it would be very good to get to know her more. But then again, that's the same for the rest of the cast, basically. But first victim, I don't know. I don't know who it's gonna be. Somehow I think it's Mark Bursky because he is a side character. We don't know a whole lot about him. He doesn't seem very important. And with Danganronpa, they tend to take out the least important ones, I guess. Well, this is Project Eden's Garden, which is different from Danganronpa, so I don't know, but we'll see. Now, Damon Maitsu, I was the last one to take the elevator back up. Not surprising, considering he is now hated by everyone. That Tozu man mentioned something about dorm rooms. He did. We've cleaned up the crime scene and prepared a dorm room for each of you. I'm gonna try to channel my inner Tozu for this. Oh, that's it. Okay. The only area to fit that description was this hallway. Yep, this is it. Are the other students already in their rooms? I guess so. Oh.
Stop sneezing so damn loud!
Oh, so I guess the walls are not soundproof. So it's true what Tozu said. There's a dorm prepared for each of us. Yep. I wonder where mine is. Hopefully I remember all the controls. So this... Oh, this is the dining hall? This definitely wasn't where I needed to be. Okay, sorry. Alright, fine, Damon Maitsu. I just want to explore the layout a bit.
I need to learn the lay of the land.
So, this is the janitor's closet where Kara was found. So, Cassidy Amber, we have Damon. Ooh, I like how they're labeled with a different gem. That's pretty cool. Representing their color, I guess. But enough about that. Let's just go to Damon's dorm right now. The music is pretty nice. Looks like this is it. Yeah, I'm just giving him like a smug tone because that's how I see him. Seems like he's gonna be the jerk in the group. And hey, this is the dorm. It's a very nice one. The room was filled with expensive looking furniture. Yep, Eden's garden is apparently high quality. In the very back, I could see there was even a bathroom. Really? I can barely see that. This is really nice. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of work for a kidnapping, or quoting our kidnapper himself, a gang. Yeah, which is all the more reason to be wary. That's true. Before I even think about resting my eyes, I should search this place for anything dangerous. Alright, may as well do that. Oh, this is how I'm gonna... This is the bathroom, okay. I wonder if the bathroom is gonna come into play, but probably not. Because I learned from the teaser that another room is gonna be unlocked, or another section of the academy. The bathroom was more in line with what I expected from our kidnappers. Dull, cramped, anything but glamorous. Wait, did this toilet have its own remote control? Dang, never mind what I said. Yeah. Gosh dang, very nice. Let's see. We can look at... Wait, camera? Oh, right here. Yeah, there's a camera in the doorway, yep. The camera hung from the roof of the passageway. No matter where I stood in the room, it swiveled around to look at me. Must be equipped with the motion detector. Yeah, probably. So there's also a desk, which we should take a look at. There were some sticky notes and pens inside one of the drawers. And one thing that interested me was Damon's reaction to the calendar. On the wall was a pinup calendar of a celebrity. What the heck? Am I being messed with? It's pretty sexy, I'll admit, but it's also not what I want to look at during a killing game. But Damon said that's sexy, which is interesting, which made some people question stuff about him, but I'm not the type of person to question stuff like that. It's just speculation. So it's a bed. It looks somewhat comfortable, at the very least. Yeah, nothing dangerous there, Damon. I find it interesting that I press A to look right and D to look left, like it's inverted, if that makes sense. So we also have a wardrobe. What the heck? Inside the wardrobe were around 20 replicas of my outfit. That is a lot of replicas to have. How is that possible? This blazer's tailor-made. My parents sewed the pattern. Oh, interesting. So his parents made it for him, like the clothes that he has on right now. Why was a podium in the room? I don't plan to receive an active audience here. I guess to represent your talent as the debater, since you debate people? These books weren't books at all. They're fake? They were props made to resemble them. What a waste of a good bookshelf. I get that physical books are expensive, but I guess it's just to resemble... Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything suspicious. You think? Jeez. Picking apart this room made me even more tired. I really don't want to sleep here, but you'll have to. As I grumbled to myself, I turned to lock the door. What? It's locked? Don't tell me.
Damn it.
The lock is broken. Did one of those masked people do this? Those a-holes. I'm trying not to curse too much. I grabbed one of the chairs in the room and jammed it under the door handle. Oh, right. He can't unlock it. It's not that he's locked out, but he just can't lock it. Okay, of course. It wasn't exactly safe, but it was good enough for now. Today has already been crazy enough, and now I have to worry about dying. Yeah. Hopefully whoever decides to kill first will go after one of the more naive students. Maybe the makeup girl. She seems like an easy target. This one bothered some people because that is kinda harsh. And it bothers me to an extent. Without bothering to take off my shoes, I walked over to the bed and laid down. As you should, to get some rest. Why was this happening to me? I thought today would be the greatest opportunity of my life. I thought I was finally going to be with my people. Why did it turn out like this? I don't know, Damon. I don't know the whole story. I don't want to die here. Yeah. No one would want to either. I want to go home. I want my mom and dad. At least it's not mommy and daddy like children say. Just putting it out there. But the people running this game seem to be extremely meticulous. There's no way they'll be caught by the police. Yeah, I guess not. At least, not before some of us are already dead. That's true. That dumb lawyer had no idea what he was talking about. Still saying the negative stuff about him. It's only a matter of time until something happens. Unfortunately, that is true. Damon did rate... Why can't I say this? Damon did rate up... Wow. Damon raised some good points in the last chapter about how we shouldn't trust everyone that easily, which I do kind of get, but it is kind of blunt or harsh to just say that right off the bat. So, just saying. Only a matter of time. Yeah, I know, it's only a matter of time. So this is chapter 1, Beneath the Veil of Hypocrisy. And this whole thing is complete, so we do get a victim, and I'm sure we'll face an execution or see one.
Welcome
oh my gosh.
World, my star benefactors.
Okay, Tozu, what's going on?
Your mere existence alone has blessed you with the opportunity to have a one-on-one with me. Your
okay.
toast, Tozu.
Sure, Tozu, let's see.
Now, restless as you may be, don't move an inch. The show shall start.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow. I'm getting the
wow.
last second jitters.
Oh my goodness, are you serious?
The best things in life come later rather than sooner.
That is true.
After all, the chicken tends to enjoy the anticipation more than the final product.
I don't know about that
And you,
being true
yes,
all the time. I guess
are the
sometimes.
chicken.
Yeah, I figured.
Perhaps I should switch career paths.
Why do you say that? Oh, that's it? That wasn't really a lot. We didn't really get too much out of that show, but sure. Oh, doorbell.
Hello, my amicable student friend.
Rich calling us friends here,
It
dude.
is now 8 a.m. I trust you all had a good sleep?
Yeah, apparently.
Of course you didn't. You were just rudely interrupted by our very first morning.
Or not, yeah. Never mind. I did not have a good sleep.
Yes, this will be a reoccurring feature of the killing game.
Fantastic.
Best get used to it.
Yeah, it is best to get used to that.
Silent crowd, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe I should invest in adding a laugh track.
Maybe. And that's it. The sound of a familiar bell stirred me awake just in time for me to catch Tozu's bizarre wake-up call. It is pretty bizarre. Regular morning announcements? Yep, those are the regular morning announcements, my friend. Though I'm not sure if I consider Damon as a friend yet. Okay, this part. All of a sudden, from the other side of my door, someone's trying to get in, or get your attention, and I already know who it is, or why they're doing it.
Hello?
Or he or she, I mean. Hey, who's there? Police, open up! We know you're harboring a fugitive breakdancer. Come out with your hands and your shoelaces untied. What? That's so random. Oh, it's just the pro gamer girl. So he does not think well about the others, is the impression I'm getting. I'm not in the mood to come out. Leave me alone. Looks like we'll have to do this the hard way. Here it comes. I hear her drawing a deep breath, and then... Dang, she kicked it real hard. Yeah, I would be having a heart attack too, my friend. The door swung open and sent the chair that was holding it flying. Yeah. Alright, Cassidy, what's going on?
This isn't funny.
You kicked my door open. I said to open up, didn't I? That is true. Anyways, John told me to fill everyone. He wants us all to meet in that dining hall looking place. Okay? The one with the kitchen? Yep. And we literally said the same thing. I was gonna say, yeah, what other kitchen is there, dude? But I'm not gonna be like that. So, if you don't mind, it would be super great if you could go there. I wouldn't want to get on John's bad side. He looks mad intimidating, you know. Is he that intimidating? I don't fully see that. I mean, he is intimidating at times, but not all the time. Fine, I'll go.
Just follow me.
Sweet, see you there. She turned her back to me and made a beeline for someone else's door. Jeez, that girl has serious problems. I mean, she just wants to get everyone together. I don't see why not. Cassidy's suggestion sounded less than stellar, but at the same time, not attending would look pretty bad. She said to go to the dining hall place, right? If it meant avoiding questions down the line, then it's best I just relent. Yeah, I think that is the best. So, what do I do from here? Are you sure you want to leave? Heck yeah, I am. Alright, come on, let's go. Let's see if I can talk to Cassidy. I'm just curious of what she's gonna say. Just a little curious. What better way to kick off the day than with some doorbuster action? Not the best way to start it off, just saying. Let's aim for the top. Or the knob, if you want to be efficient. She won't get on anyone's good side acting like that. That is partially true, I'll have to admit. So these are the other people's doors. So I say... Oh, Diana's here. Let's see what Damon has to say about that. Good morning, Damon. Yup, just quiet. Hey, do you have a calendar in your room? A calendar? Do you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is your calendar also themed? Yeah, around horses. Horses? It's all photos of a girl horseback riding in different places. Beautiful places too. Oh, mine's also got horses. Really? What's the problem? Nothing. It's just funny, cause the girls I've spoken to all say their calendars have the horse girl, while the guys all say theirs have a male celebrity. Except you, haha, right. And that shows that Diane, what is her name? Yeah, Diana is a bit more perceptive than we think. And I hear there's a chance that Diana and Damon might be allies because they're both opposites, kind of, so wow, it got quiet. And I already know what's about to go down. Upon entering the room, I instantly felt the disapproving gazes of the other ultimates. Yeah, that's not that surprising considering the way you treated the situation. They were clearly still bitter about what happened yesterday. I walked over to the main table and grabbed a seat, trying to ignore their stares. Behind me, I heard Cassidy arriving with the final few students.
Check it out!
That should be everyone, and I like how they all just appeared as soon as Cassidy showed up. Much appreciated, Cassidy.
How we feeling?
Alright everyone, listen up. I've got some exciting news to share. Alright, let's hear it. Have you discovered something? Last night, I decided to leave my dorm and do some exploring. Okay? I probably should have done that also. I investigated every part of this academy, with the exception of your room, Snatch. Snatch? What does that mean? You don't seem tired after doing that. It's nothing. I'm not used to... Oh, it's nothing I'm not used to. Ah ha ha. Once you pulled enough all-nighters, the differences between night and day start to become meaningless. Although Ulysses might be the next victim because he's not too interesting in my opinion, like he's just mostly tired and forgets things. No offense to his character. Anyways, back to my story. The first oddity I encountered was the janitor closet. I'm guessing it was empty, like the body was nowhere to be found. For some reason, it's now been locked shut. Oh, I see. I probably should have checked it out. Locked? Do you think something dangerous is being kept in there? I don't think so. What? Something dangerous? Jed is kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Him being like Scooby or something, it's just funny. Yikes! Talk about jumping to the worst possible conclusion. Yeah, no kidding, Cassidy. Nah, she makes a good point. It's nigh impossible to gauge a place you haven't explored. All I can tell you is that we can't enter. We can't enter, and we'd be unwise to try. I'm guessing because if you try to do that, you'll be punished. Yeah, that's true.
Jeez.
In other words, the only means of entry is by brute force, which we already know isn't taken kindly. Yeah, what happens next? You said this was the first oddity, so you must have found a second. Not just found, explored, There I was, in the room with the big tree, searching for an escape route. Searching every nook and cranny, when I noticed one of the shutter doors was open. Oh? It was open? What did you find? What did I find? Haha, I'm not about to spoil the surprise. Are you serious? Why not? Seriously, man? I'm actually with Kai on this one, even though I just think he's... meh. Maybe a little below that, but that's my way of being nice. Don't worry, I fully intend to show you what lies beyond those shutters. I was only able to skim over it before dawn arrived, but...
Leave it to me.
Today, we can explore it together. The tree is a bit of a hike to reach, but if we leave now, we can... Oh, what does that sound? Huh? His words were interrupted by an unexpected series of high-pitched beeps.
Whoa.
Hey, did everyone's watches just make a high-pitched noise? Yeah, how we about to get zapped? I don't think that's what it is. I think we would have felt an electric shock by now. True. So, what was that little ding for? I'm trying to give her a southern accent because that's what she has. We looked at each other with puzzled expressions, then cautiously activated our watches. So, what's on them? Oh, this is the whole map. Okay, perfect. This is very convenient. Am I looking at a map? Sure enough, each watch had been fitted with an interactable map. Was this some kind of automated update? I guess so. This does make things a bit more convenient. Look, if you zoom in close enough, the names of the rooms will load. How thoughtful of our kidnappers. Yeah, dining hall, laundromat. Yep, it really is a layout of this building. Yep, sure is. Whoa, turns out we were right on the money, calling this room a dining hall. Yeah, luckily, if this were a game show, we would have won some money. And probably been able to escape, maybe. Is this the place John's acting so hush-hush about? She pointed to a region of the map which resembled the building with the tree. Oh, this. All 5 shutter doors were outlined, and behind one of them appeared to be a large multi-room area. Okay. Alpha Sanctuary? The position does line up. So that's the place John explored, I guess. Odd choice of name though. Alpha Sanctuary. So the room he found doesn't match its description? I guess not. Considering our captors are the ones assigning names, I'm not sure whether to be relieved or concerned. Yeah, I'm not sure either, to be honest. This watch would be better if you can make cute emojis or check your running distance. Seriously? Is that all you're focused on? I mean, I think it displaying the maps is good enough, buddy. It's really not much of a watch. It doesn't even tell you what time it is. You gotta be kidding me. A watch that doesn't even tell you the time? Are you serious? What kind of watch is that? It's not even close to a watch. Like, I don't even know what it is if it doesn't display the time.
The hell's a watch? I don't know!
Hey, do we know if it's actually 8 AM? The few clocks around here seem easy to sabotage. Maybe they're gonna try and mess with our sleep schedules. Or maybe the killer will try to mess up your perception of time. I feel a theory coming on. And I don't usually cook with these type of theories because I don't play a lot of murder games. I do feel especially cantankerous today. What the heck does that word mean? So it's literally just bad-tempered, argumentative, and uncooperative. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, so she's not feeling very cooperative about... Sorry, I still don't fully get that. Someone explain that to me in the comments. Nah, the announcement seemed accurate. I didn't know. My internal clock is pretty strong, and I did stay awake for most of last night. What do you mean your internal clock? Do you have one inside your chest or something?
What are you, cuckoo clock?
But let's circle back to the actual topic at hand. Our new area of interest. Alright, with a map at everyone's disposal, it'll be even easier to find. I say that's a sign for this crew to set sail. Of course, set sail, because he's the ultimate... I forgot. It's not pirate, like sailor, I guess. May as well, yeah. Still, let's be cautious when we enter. Yeah, we should. For all we know, the people running this operation might have planted something dangerous. I also have a feeling that Desmond Hall might be a potential Chapter 1 killer. He says that he hasn't killed a human, but I don't know. I feel as if as the ultimate... I already forgot his sound, I'm really sorry. But the point is, he has the skills to kill someone, which is something. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. We won't know until we check for ourselves. Let's go. Okay, here we go. This is the part. Just a moment. Are we able to trust those two? Yep, his demeanor has definitely changed. He pointed to Eva and I. Are you trying to keep us out of the investigation? I guess so. That seems awfully suspicious. I mean, after seeing the way we brought up stuff, I'm not too surprised. I am only being mindful of my peers. Forcing them to put up with a threatening person or thing would be morally dishonest. Okay? Personally, I don't think it's entirely dishonest, because it is kind of true. And on the subject of dishonesty, let's be clear, it was not me sowing discourse last night, okay? Isn't that right, Eva? I mean, I guess that is kind of true. In the outside world, ultimates would do anything to further their own goals. The same is probably true here. I mean, I guess that's true for most people, but that doesn't technically apply to everyone. Once you realize your dreams can only be achieved if you escape, you'll resort to murder. I'll admit, that one was a bit, I don't know, trying to crush our spirits during such a vulnerable moment. And how could anyone forget his input? He nodded in my direction. The other students immediately turned to stare. Like cats following a string toy. That sounds pretty intense. I mean, they're not entirely wrong, but it doesn't apply to everyone. Damon could have at least kept his opinions to himself. That is true also, but instead, what was it exactly? This whole word ultimates thing is pretty inane anyways. After meeting all of you, it's clear none of us have the same goals. I mean, some of us may have the same goals, but not everyone does. He belittled everyone's talents in order to elevate his own. That is kinda true. Clearly, neither of these two have our best interests at heart. It's true, having the ultimate liar around during our investigation would make some people here uncomfortable. More than that, she'll probably use her skeevy talent to try and mess with our heads. Personally, I'd be happier if she and Damon remained here. Perhaps someone else could stay and keep an eye on them? Some people think Wolfgang might actually be a wolf in sheep's clothing. I think that's a saying, yeah. Not it. Really, Kai? Dang, you hate them that much? Dude, I don't hate them. It's just, babysitting is hard work, you know. Oh, so you've been a babysitter. Interesting. That's what my babysitters always told me, at least. So you've never actually done it. I wonder how he would actually do it babysitting. Since he's the ultimate influencer, maybe babysitting isn't that difficult. But then again, babysitting is not an easy job, I'm pretty sure. And Diana is about to say something, and I already know what this is going to be about. And what she's about to do actually brings her up on my tier list a bit. Not that I ever had a tier list. I think it's okay if Eva and Damon come along. Huh? You aren't wary of them, Miss Venetia? Just because they have different opinions doesn't mean they're bad people. They clearly want the same thing as the rest of us, right? They want to go home. So, I think it's okay to give them a chance. See, Diana gets it. I mean, we're all human anyway. It's kind of like that thing they say in court. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty, right? That is so true. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Hopefully Damon respects Diana a bit more. Yeah, Eva could use her talent to figure out the mysteries. Oh, that is true. The liar would know how to tell between a lie and a truth. Lies and mysteries seem at least tangentially... I don't know how to say that word. Lies and mysteries seem at least tangentially related, don't they? I guess so. That face on his. I suppose it's not a huge deal. So as long as they don't interfere, which I don't think we will, good sir. I have no intention of doing so. I find it interesting that we don't know a lot about Eva. Like, we don't know her age. In her bio, it just shows her name and talent. Everything else is unknown. If you want to take precautions, we can investigate in small groups. That way everyone can keep tabs on each other. That is a good way of handling that. Sounds like a great idea. Let's go. I like how Diana's being optimistic, which I definitely need. Now that's the energy I'm looking for. Alright, you too, John. I like that. How's about it, crew? We ready to head off and explore? So long as you don't pair me with anyone weird. And what does that mean? Wherever floats your boat, follow me. Still has that face on him. People slowly trickled out of the dining hall, heading towards the room with the tree. And this... oh, Alpha Sanctuary, huh? As much as I didn't want to tag along with the others, I was curious to see what this new place was all about. Yeah, I'd be curious too. Considering John's reaction to it, it couldn't be anything dangerous. Could it? Somewhat dangerous. To an extent. Alright, Toshiko Kayura, let's hear what you have to say. I find it interesting that her face is always covered, so if she is the first victim, are we gonna get a good look at what her face actually looks like? Maybe? I don't know. Toshiko was sitting at the dining table, staring indignantly at the bowl of cereal in front of her. You didn't eat yet? Hey, why are you still here? Is a lady not allowed to feel properly fed and rested before her next venture? You haven't even touched your cereal. Yeah, why not? Look closely at the bowl. What do you see inside? Is it just plain cornflakes? Yet, what does the cereal box depict? Healthy food? Is that what it is? Honey nuts. A photo of them superimposed under the words, yes, honey nuts. How am I to enjoy a cereal that does not disclose its own ingredients? Oh, I see. Perhaps something dastardly works within these auburn flakes. Really? I've never liked cornflakes myself, but she's in way over her head. She kind of is. Kind of crazy about that, but whatever. Now that I think about it, I hadn't even thought about touching the kitchen in this place. If Toshiko was able to eat something and still be standing, then I guess that's a good enough sign the food here is safe. I think the same thing can be said about everyone else, assuming that they also ate the cornflakes. Alright, Mark, what you got? Are you going to check out the room John found? Eventually. I just need a minute. Sure. Is he a bit hurt about Damon's comment? If so, I would not be surprised. Alright, let's see what's over here. Who else is around? No one's around here. I think Winona... Am I gonna see? Yep. I already have a good idea of what she's gonna say about it. Because I also saw in Weeby's video. Again, do you want something? No, not really. These guys are pretty similar in their own ways, but they don't really like each other, which is interesting. Are you on your way to the new room? I'd say I'm still hesitant. Everyone is so willing to blindly follow one man. It seems these people desperately need someone to look up to. Which is true because without a leader in the pack, everyone's screwed. Something like that. What can you do? Oh, what can you do? Yeah, that is true. What can you do? I don't know myself either. Don't suppose we can go down here? I just want to take a quick look. I don't know if I'll find anything at all. But this is literally the cellar. Wait, cellar is... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to try to explore around. It's going to be a bit too much. The video is going to get very long, which it kind of feels like right now. So, yeah. Let's just go see what's in store right now. Because this is where the demo stops, at least the one that Weeby was given, when everyone's about to explore the new sanctuary. So this is supposedly Eden's Garden, or Eden's Academy, sorry, not Eden's Garden. Those two are different things, sorry. But this is the room. I don't see everyone here. Why is the shutter closed? I was sure I left it open. I guess it's meant to be closed for the announcement. The pirate pressed both his hands against the shutter door and attempted to heave it open with only his strength. I don't think he's a pirate. But the door didn't budge an inch. Yikes, those doors must be heavy without something to grip onto. There's no getting past. So this was all for nothing? Apparently. I could try kicking it down, but that'll surely get me a zap or worse. Catch the attention of Tozu. Yep, I've been upstaged. That is a little... You! Stay away, villain. Villain? Okay. It seems the pirate went ahead and told everyone about the shutter door. Vagabond! Attention seeker! As the host, I'm supposed to be the one who introduces new areas. Okay, Tozu. Now, anything I say will seem like an afterthought. I wasn't expecting basic etiquette from the likes of you. I mean, that isn't true, but credits to Tozu for having some etiquette. But I'm a ship captain, not a pirate. Oh yeah, ship captain. That's what he is. Okay, that's what you focus on? I mean, I would kind of focus on that too if I were him. Oh well, I should look on the bright side. There are still two very important pieces of information that none of you know about. That's the rules of the killing game, isn't it? Go on then, tell us. First of all, I see I've noticed the new map feature.
Well done.
For being on the ball. As a token of appreciation, allow me to introduce its sister feature, which is the clock, the rules and regulations. Any self-respecting game needs them after all. Oh, okay. Rules and regulations? Yeah, Damon, every game needs rules and regulations of sorts so that people don't just wreak havoc. And it just got updated. So let's see the rules. All students or unwilling participants of the killing game must live at Eden's Garden Academy. Oh, it is Eden's Garden, but it's just like with Academy, it's Eden's Garden Academy. Okay. Until the headmaster grants them release. Okay. Students are not allowed to vandalize any official killing game properties such as the cameras and the Tozu trinkets. Exceptions may apply. Okay. Students are prohibited from harming Tozu or Mara. Students will not be harmed if they obey the rules and regulations. I wonder what happens if you try to harm both of them.
I wonder how many minutes I'd get for knocking her upside the head with this book.
You get suspected, no minutes.
Any student who is responsible for another student's death is considered blackened. All other students are considered spotless, like Danganronpa V3. Once a student is killed, a class trial will begin shortly thereafter. Participation is mandatory for all surviving students. Okay. At the end of the class trial, a vote will take place to determine who is the blackened. All killing game participants will have one vote. Okay, one vote? If the majority vote goes toward a blackened student, then they alone will be executed, and the killing game will continue for all remaining students. Okay. If the majority vote goes toward a spotless student, then all spotless students will be executed, and the remaining blackened will be granted release. Yikes. And just saying I had something in my eye. That's all. If you're wondering what happened with my voice. Students who violate the rules and regulations will be punished accordingly. So I'm guessing it's gonna be by machines or by Mara? I don't know. New rules may be added at any time and will come into effect immediately. Okay, so I guess we gotta be ready for that. Rules for a killing game? Yeah, there should be rules. Of course. We are civilized folk, are we not? I wouldn't say the same about you, Tozu. Civilized folk don't kidnap people and force them to kill each other. That is true. That's not true at all. You're probably too young to know, but there was a funny little experiment involving 24 students in a prison. I know this is a reference to a real-life event, but I just can't remember what that was. Even so, those fake guards didn't kill people, so Ulysses knows. I would expect that from the ultimate historians. Shush, shush, shush. We're not having this debate again. What was that yesterday about logic jumping ship? What? Ship? That is a pretty good substitute for that other word. I gotta try that out. Now for the second more exciting news. You see, a very interesting secret is lurking beyond this door. A secret which could spell the difference between life and death. In other words, a motive? Is that right? Huh? The difference between life and death? What do you mean by that? Nope. Not telling. So I'm guessing that's a killing motive. If you're curious to know more about the secret, you'll have to find it yourself. By the way, the sooner you find it, the better. I'm itching for some exciting developments. Slow burn works better as a form of medieval torture than a writing style, if you ask me. That is kinda true. As someone who studies deranged people for a living, you've outdone many of them. I don't know about many. Truly. Why, thank you. Wow, Tozu's really taking it as a compliment? Anyway, I'll be off now. Afterthoughts like me can't take up too much screen time. I guess so. Hold on. What about the shutter door? Can we not open it again? No need to worry. I have that handled. So he's gonna open it up. Have fun, everyone. Be sure to regularly check your Tozu trinkets for new updates. Whistling a cheery tune to himself, the masked man strolled away and out of sight. Alright, so what we're about to do now? Did I hear that right? Tozu trinket? I thought my game froze for a second because that leaf stopped. But okay, it faded. He must mean the stupid watches we're wearing.
Whatever.
Yeah, talk about an ugly name. I'm sticking to watch. I mean, it doesn't even tell you the time, so trinket's probably a better name for it anyway. What about the other thing he said? Apparently, there's an important secret behind this shutter door. Yeah, I'm guessing a motive. That's what I'm thinking, first thought. Does this mean another treasure hunt? Possibly.
Yep.
Woohoo, count me in. Are you serious, Cassidy? I mean, not that I'm not curious about it. I definitely am. Did you even listen to that goat guy? He said this secret could be the difference between life and death. That's not something to run headfirst into. Or could it be a death trap? I don't know. I'm guessing a motive. He probably just said that to spook us. We don't even know what the secret is, but there is a chance the secret could be deadly. It could be the red flag to one of our deaths, which is why we should exercise caution, which is true also. Look around you. We're in a killing game. Whatever's been prepared is definitely dangerous. If it's enough to make that Tozu man excited, it can't be good news. Ingrid, I'm with you on that. Exactly. For all we know, he could have planted a bomb or something. Okay, a bomb might be a bit much. Planting a bomb would defeat the purpose of this game, wouldn't it? Yeah, because if that bomb kills more than 3 people, if not all of us, there's no killing game anymore. Tozu's goal is to toy with us, so we should assume everything within this killing game exists for that reason. Yeah, and there's a chance that whatever's behind the door will toy with one of us and make us kill another person, making us fall in despair. So yeah, then this secret. It is simply a tool to manipulate us, but fortunately, it is also where our resistance against the killing game can begin. I don't know about that. What do you mean? Oh, now they open the door. Yep. Suddenly, as if in direct response to Wolfgang's declaration, the door opened, I guess. Yep. We're in it now, buddies. To see it. We're in it to progress. We're in it to get through the game. We're in it to reach the truth. Sorry. Hey, the shutter door opened. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, he's nervous. The shutter was now gone, revealing a hallway on the other side. I'm guessing this is the first motive. At the very end, I could see a huge metallic door with a bright red alpha symbol painted over it. Metallic? Heh, check it out. This matches what we saw on the map. Is this the sanctuary? Apparently, according to the map. As for whether or not this place is true to its name, well, it's probably better I just show you inside. Follow me. Is it really a good idea to approach that door? Yes, I think it's best we listen to John's directions for now. I almost said Jean or John. Well, technically I said John, but I meant to say Jean, so apologies for that. You want to investigate? Didn't you say we should resist the killing game? It is not the act of investigating that matters, but our reason for investigating. That is kind of true, but who knows? Wolfgang could be leading us into a trap? I don't know. Some of the stuff he's saying is a little contradictory in some parts. I'm trying to think, but I can't think of it right now. Our resistance against the killing game begins when we refuse Tozu's bait. Oh yeah, this is the part that's contradictory. Wolfgang wants to resist the killing game, but us going in is possibly Tozu's bait. So long as we expel his secret from our minds, exploring should come at no cost to our safety. Let's see how he is in Chapter 2. Heck yeah! We're gonna be rating this like we're on the Dreadnought. Seriously? Dreadnought? If only I knew what that reference means. So this is what opened up. Alright, let's see. I assume it's gonna look old or retro or something. Oh wow, a metallic door with the alpha symbol. At the end of the hallway loomed a mysterious iron door. This part was not revealed in the demo. In a way, its appearance was almost comical. Really? This is considered comical? I mean, I guess it is. Everything about it, from the scale to the color, had as much subtlety as a supervillain's lair in a kid's show. Of course, whatever lurked behind this door probably wasn't something to laugh at. Probably not. Everyone here? Alright. He wrapped both his hands tightly around the handle. Are we gonna get a cutscene? Oh no. And heaved open the door with a grunt. Immediately, the rest of us crowded around to get a glimpse inside. So what's in there? Oh, the lab. I'm guessing there's like poison in it. Eh? Yeah, it's like an alchemy lab. Is this a pharmacy? Oh, a pharmacy. So they have medicine? It is a pharmacy. Doesn't first aid defeat the point of a killing game? Unless there's actual poison in there. That's assuming people will use this pharmacy for good. It can be used for bad. I'm guessing overdosing is one thing. You mean? It's no wonder Jean was so secretive. Who knows what kind of dangerous drugs are lurking inside? Oh yeah, dangerous drugs, right. Then we should stay clear of this place, right? Not exactly. What do you mean? It's like what Wolfgang said earlier. All we're doing is investigating our surroundings. If everyone's on the same page with this pharmacy, it'll be easier to notice if something goes missing. I don't know if it's gonna be that easy. So what you're saying is, if we know the dangers, we'll know the precautions to take. It's either that or be vulnerable. This door doesn't come with a lock. And the shutter's probably being operated by Tozu and his lady friend. Do you really think one of us would steal something dangerous from the pharmacy? Possibly. I'd hope not, but better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, that is kinda true. There's a chance that someone's gonna try to take some meds there and kill someone with it, Diana. In any case, let's ignore this secret nonsense and focus on exploring the pharmacy. Although I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably have the same mindset as Diana, maybe, just believing in everyone. So yeah. How about we return here in an hour, eh? We can share our findings then. Or I, not A. I don't know. Sounds good. Remember guys, make sure to stay on alert for anything dangerous. If I catch one of you trying to pocket something suspicious, you're dead. Word choice, Miss Madison. Kinda true, word choice. With cautious yet determined expressions, the students entered the newly opened pharmacy. I like the music for it. It's definitely kind of an eerie vibe that we're getting from the pharmacy, so this lines up. Giving everyone unrestricted access to medication sounds like a disaster in the making. Yeah, it does. But having already evoked the group's ire after speaking my mind before, I wasn't about to make the same mistake twice. Before you find out about that mistake, I need to know what an ire is. Oh, it's literally just anger. Okay.